press conference, we are joined by PRX coming off of their victory against Loud. We'll start with a few written questions first, and the first question will follow a clip. If you could give me a second to set it up.
This is nice. He ran out of a bullet, is it? I think so.
No, using Baki, I think. Or Shorty. It's a Baki.
I can't remember why I did that. I think it's because Jay died. What the hell? That definitely wasn't the...
All right, this question goes to something from Chris at Spin Esports. You look surprised after the play. Did you realize what you were doing here, or is it mostly on instinct? And did you see your coach's reaction after the play?
Actually, I don't want to say it what I say after this kill with Shorty, but I feel surprised because he didn't kill me, you know?
All right, next question also goes to something from the Valorant competitive community, a user named Audiac. After the first half on Lotus, you were at around 7 kills and the second lowest fragger on your team. You seem to have been reborn the way you were playing after the first half. What was said at halftime which made you turn up the way you did?
I think it's not because I reburned, it's because Alex told to us, like, chill, calm down, don't shoot too fast, don't narrow, something like this. And after this, yeah, so even, I guess.
Thank you. Next question goes to Forsaken from Valorant competitive user Speedstep GD. You said that your pistol round strategy was planned minutes before the game started. How much of your playbook is created and planned ahead versus spur of the moment strategies?
How much what, sorry?
How much of your playbook is created and planned ahead versus spur of the moment strategies?
You know what it means? No. It means like how much is planned, how much is like we come up with it on the fly.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just like, I think I like when I make straight, like especially pistol round, I just like in my mind, I already know like what to do, like what we're gonna do, like what your tail we're gonna use. So it's just like on the fly. So yeah.
Thank you. Next question goes to Davai from Sportskita Esports. It felt like your team had a slow start in every map in today's series. What do you think allowed Loud to always have a hold on those initial few rounds?
Wait, come again?
Why we start slow?
Why we start slow? Probably, I think probably because of the comms, I guess. And also we never played or scrim time before. I think having Breach and what was it, like Fate, especially Fate, I think is something that we're not used to it. And also it's gonna change the way they're attacking the map control, right? For example, like on Lotus. And also the way they play on C, like I think it's only Loud doing that wall, I think, on C. And I think we are not used to it, and we're getting punished by it, and maybe like slightly overthink from us. And we can also like technically we don't have like a single idea, and everyone is trying to contribute a lot of ideas, you know. So it's kind of like goes blank, you know. Like every time everyone is trying to contribute everything in that one moment. So yeah, I think probably over some things and the comms from them, I would say.
Thank you. Next question goes to Alex from the Valorant competitive community member, International Bar. How has your assistant analyst contributed to your overall series win, and what are the differences before and after getting him?
I mean, he helps me out during tournament days. Like maybe one day before we just go through some stuff. He's basically acts like a second pair of eyes, and sometimes I just get him to like just watch through what I watch all the games anyway, but he gives me his opinion, you know, and then I just take it with me when I get on the server.
Thank you. Next question also goes to you, Alex from Ganesh at Strafe. Congratulations on the victory. The split seemed very hard since Paper Rex was losing duels. Previously, keeping the energy high and mental strong was a problem for Paper Rex. So what did you tell the team to win the final map and the series?
I mean, to be honest, the last 2 matches we've played, we have not started very fast. we need to figure this out. As for Pearl, I think we just believe that Pearl is one of our good maps, you know, and even though they probably came in like incredibly prepared for it, we're just gonna try and play our game and figure it out along the way.
Thank you. Next question goes to Jing from Ganesh at Strafe. The next game will decide your opponent. Who do you think will win, and who would you rather face?
I'm not sure who will win, but I think I want DRX to win, but I rather play EG because we always play DRX, so I want to face EG. Yep.
Thank you. We'll now transition to remote media questions. First question goes to Diogo VLRGG.
Thank you. This is for Mind Freak. Was there any point on Split that you guys kind of realized it maybe was a lost cause and just started thinking about Pearl, or were you just completely focused on winning Pearl until the end?
So, sorry, what's the question again?
I asked if was there any point on Split that you guys kind of started thinking more about Pearl and realized Split was kind of lost, or if you were fighting until the very end?
No, I don't think so. I think we fought until the end. The problem is, I think on Split we just didn't hit our shots, and yeah, because every time they executing A or executing B, like we kinda knew they're gonna go there, but somehow we just lost the trades. So yeah.
Thank you. Next question goes to FD News.
Well, congrats on the win. And
Thank you.
my question is for the coach. Well, looking on the comp during the third map, is a constant that you have 100% win. What do you think that is the key that every other team can't beat that comp in specific?
I think first of all, Pearl is not the most popular map to play. Secondly, we've used this comp since the start of the year, so we know we know like what we're good at, what we're bad at. And we've played like a lot of Pearl, a lot of Pearl. So we have new things every week. We try and come up with new things because we just need to be prepared in case something like anti-strategy happens. I wouldn't say the comp is the best comp. Like I don't think Pearl has been solved, but for us it works.
Thank you. Next question from Sports Kita Esports.
Hi, my question, first of all, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
My question will be for Alex. In the overtime of Lotus, your team decided to execute a very contact-based play, which is something we don't see as often from your team. What led towards that decision? Because it was a very crucial round in the first map.
Yeah, I remember. We took a time to pause that map and we just discussed it, and I think the boys discussed it a little bit. I didn't really have much to say about that. Davai, I think, called it that he was confident that the whole team would rotate if we fake B, and it was also called in the middle of the round more than anything else. Like we knew we wanted to end in A, and Davai said that if he throws like one dog in C, like everyone's gonna run to C because they're playing behind, you know, and AI worked out like beautifully.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Diogo VLRGG.
Thank you. This is for Davai. I'm just kind of wondering what you guys discussed during that first time out on Pearl that let you then turn the half around.
Which round are you talking about?
No, we were 1-4 down, then we time out. Then we just talked a bit.
I mean, I don't think I even like say something. I think it was like Alex just talking most of it. I think he's trying to say like everyone need to calm down, you know, like we are like shooting too fast and stuff, if I recall, right?
Yeah, I think I said that like we're playing that game, you know, we're just like overthinking everything, and I told him to just go back to what we're good at and just like make small changes if we had to. And I think everyone locked in after that.
Yeah, because on split game we kind of like thinking about what they're gonna do rather than what we gonna do instead, you know. So we just go on pulse like, okay, let's just play our game and stuff rather than thinking what they're gonna do to us instead. And yeah, it's working out for us.
Thank you. Next question from Chris at Spin Esports.
Hi, congrats on the win, guys. I have a question for Forsaken. So I just have wondering, like, which is actually easier, or like, what you actually think that is better to match up against DRX or EG in your opinion? And for Alex, I'm just wondering, have you seen the lower bracket? It's a brutal back match. What your opinion on that? Yeah.
I think I really want to like match up against I think EG because they beat us on Tokyo last time, and maybe if EG wins, maybe we will like take some revenge. So yeah, I think EG.
As for the lower bracket, I mean, I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful.
That's fun.
Just let him kill himself. So I'm very happy.
Thank you. Next question from Ganesh at Streef.
This is for Alex. Yesterday, one of my friend asked me about them being anti-static because they use the same comp and usually rely on being good at it. You aren't that much different. Obviously, the playstyle is different, but the comps are pretty similar. Just like you just said that you have been using Phoenix for a while, and I think when something joined, and since then you have been using Phoenix, which means you are also prone to anti-stating. How do you think? What do you think? How would you deal with it, or what is your answer for it? I mean, how to counter anti-stating?
I mean, usually what I do is I anti-strat myself, like ourselves. We just look at ourselves and we see maybe we need to adjust this, adjust that, come up with something new, or we just don't care and we just do what we think we're good at. Sometimes even if you anti-strat everything, it's hard to stop. And in these kind of situations, it's a mix of both. Sometimes we change it up. Sometimes you just have to go B every round. Yeah, things like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Next question from Diogo.
Thank you. This is for Jing. A couple minutes ago, you were talking about your next match. I'm just wondering if between now and that if you guys are gonna take some break, or if you're gonna go straight into preparing.
I'm not sure about that because our schedule is usually. You should ask Alex because Alex is the one that does our schedule. So yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need a break just for a bit, and then after that we'll just hop right back into it.
Thank you. Are there any on-site media questions?
Hi, I have two questions from the Valorant competitive community. Heckler in the Stands asks to Alex, how do you balance keeping the team leashed and focused on a specific game plan without letting them go and make their own calls within a round?
I mean, what we do is we discuss beforehand. So like even before we've arrived at the match, we try to have an idea of what we're gonna do. And we're very, very quick to throw it out of the window if we think it's not going to work. And then we just like freestyle it. But we already kind of know, like we already have an idea before we play that what we're going to do. So most of the time what you see is already part of the plan.
Thank you. And the second question from Leo Enjoyer to Forsaken. Referencing the PRX vlog, did you pay Josh for creating the pistol strats against crew yet? And do we blame Josh for losing both pistols on split today?
I think and it
you haven't watched the vlog, right?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay, basically, remember Josh saying like we need to go 5 drop. And then we did it on EDG and we won the round.
Yeah.
And Josh says that you should pay him because it was his strat.
I mean, I think it's my first plan, but then Josh also have the same like mind with me, so just like.
So sorry, Josh.
Yeah, sorry, Josh, no pay for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait, they won already?
Won.
Any other on-site media questions?
I don't know.
All right, that concludes our press conference with PaperX. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.